What is going on, The Last of Us fans? It's your boy Amaziah here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys why you will be seeing gameplay of The Last of Us Part 2 at E3 2018. So last year at PlayStation Experience, Hannah Hart, the moderator of the PlayStation Experience panel for The Last of Us Part 2, she asked Neil Druckmann a special question after announcing that she had already seen gameplay of The Last of Us Part 2, and she was hoping that they would be able to show something off at PlayStation Experience, as she had already known that she would be the moderator of The Last of Us Part 2. And so what she wound up doing was asking Neil Druckmann, in a bout of excitement, of course, when will we be able to see it as well?
I have had the incredible privilege of seeing some of the game. Yeah, guys. These eyes, them peepers. And it has, I wish I hadn't signed an NDA. It has blown my mind. It has somehow simultaneously exceeded expectations and then set new ones. And I believe that we know a time and day you guys will be able to see that. Will we?
You always...
It's not that.
You're always trying to, like, it's important to, like, we keep people in suspense about when we're going to show stuff or not show stuff. What you saw, I'm glad that you liked it, but it's still very rough around the corners. We're working hard.
It was awesome. Rough schmuff, guys. It was awesome. Sorry, go on. But when will my friends here be able to do that, too?
E3 2018.
E3 2018! Yay!
And he would confirm that we will be seeing gameplay of The Last of Us Part 2 at E3 2018. So now to hear that The Last of Us Part 2 will be one of the games that is being specifically focused on out of 4 games that PlayStation are going to be bringing to E3, this now puts me in a position to where I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot more than just some little janky 5-minute trailer or some little janky 3-minute gameplay trailer. Potentially what we could see is probably a whole dedicated 30 minutes of gameplay from The Last of Us Part 2. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but hear me out. The Last of Us Part 1 had a lot of story missions that legitimately were like an hour long. So the intro is like an hour when you're going after the guy that Tess and Joel goes after before they meet Marlene. That's like an hour or two. And then of course, it just depends really on the player, but that's like an hour in my time. So it's like an hour for me. So it's like exactly probably 46 minutes. If I die a few times, it'll probably be like an hour. But of course, there's those things as well. And I feel like what they're probably going to do, although they may not have enough time to show off some full portion, I feel like definitely what they're going to do is open it up and have like this whole little segment to where, of course, Joel and Ellie kind of are speaking for a little while. It'll probably have like this dark screen that'll have them speaking, and then they'll come into view, and then of course they'll be talking about some objective, and then we'll be filled in on the objective right before the gameplay starts. They'll probably say something interesting, and they'll probably be heading to go kill someone. As we know, Neil Druckmann has also confirmed that this story will be about hate, meaning that a lot of things that they're more than likely are going to be doing is probably doing hits on certain people, of course, and finding out information from certain people as well. That could also be what we'll see here, as of course the world now is expanding, as we know that the main focus or the main portion of the story will be focused within Seattle, which is kind of weird that Neil Druckmann, once again, I'm saying this again, like I said this in the original video that I spoke about this, Neil Druckmann actually revealed that most of the game, or at least the beginning portions of the game, so probably the first quarter of the game, will take place in Seattle, which kind of sounds similar to what we had for The Last of Us Part 1, although it literally taught you like how to, engage in combat with the first few enemies and stuff that you get to go through. And then of course it throws you into the actual world itself, so the outside world. That's the difference though. However, this time around we will be staying within the outside world, so I don't think we'll be getting the opening of the game. However, I do believe that we will be thrown somewhere within like the middle for the next trailer, and then of course we'll finally be there with Joel and Ellie, as we'll get to see gameplay. And I'm hoping that if the mysterious woman from the PGW trailer is actually Anna, they'll actually show off like some kind of switching ability. So maybe you'll be able to use like the the pad on the PS4, although I'm pretty sure they may map that to, of course, looking into your inventory. A lot of things are going to change for The Last of Us Part 2 with, of course, the PlayStation 4, because the hardware back then and the engine they used was focused on Uncharted. They used the same engine, I think, for Uncharted. However, they like kind of changed a few things. So they kind of did like a kind of shader and stuff. I'm calling it a shader, but they did like an overhaul rework of that engine so that way The Last of Us can come out of it. And then, of course, with this one, I feel like what we're going to be seeing is probably the Uncharted 4 engine. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see like some kind of differences and changes and stuff to where, of course, that pad may be used. But I feel like maybe if you if you press it, maybe that'll open up the menus. And then if you flick it, that'll probably go to Anna. And I think that would be fucking absolutely amazing to see if you can actually go to the past back to the present like that. I feel like that would be an amazing story. Anna just sounded so interesting in The Last of Us Part 1. But let me know what you guys think about the information. I just wanted to go ahead and confirm to you guys that you will be seeing gameplay at E3 2018. What it will be will probably not be as ambitious as I'm hoping here in my video, but of course you guys will have your own thoughts about this, and I would love to absolutely hear them. So get in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you want to, hit that like button as well. But I'm more so worried about building my The Last of Us community, as The Last of Us is my favorite video game of all time, with Kingdom Hearts being my favorite video game series. And I'm gonna catch you guys within the next one. Peace the heck out.